But if you think LeBron is like, okay, at this point, it's just about playing with my son, at some point having a farewell tour. I love the game. You can dead that right now.
Nick Wright defends his king LeBron James over winning championships. Check out what he had to say, and then I'll come back with my comments.
Let me call it a informed opinion.
Clutch Sports exclusive.
That people that think LeBron is resigned to the idea that he's not like that making the finals and competing for championships, that phase of his career is over, are unabashedly, unequivocally wrong. Now, maybe if your opinion is whatever he thinks is going on, doesn't matter, that phase is over. That's an opinion and you're allowed to have. But if you think LeBron is like, okay, at this point, it's just about playing with my son, at some point having a farewell tour, I love the game, you can dead that right now.
So we can only have the opinions about LeBron that you want us to have. So we can only be like, okay, he lost the organizational power. We can have that conversation. But for people saying that LeBron has given up on winning championships based off his ring culture comments and various statements. So we can't have that opinion because it makes your king look bad. So I don't get it, man. I know you're a Clutch Sports plant. I know you're a client for them, one of their huge spokesmen. So I respect what you're doing out there. Keep up the great work. You're decent on TV, but you really work for Clutch Sports. I guarantee you got a Clutch Sports tattoo on your chest. LeBron James is my king tatted on your stomach, bro. Come on, bro. You know LeBron James, he's pretty much bowing out to winning championships. If it happens, cool, but just with the comments that he made previously about ring culture, then you got Rich Paul coming out saying that LeBron still wants to win championships. He's all over the place. 1 minute they're saying they want to win, and then he's saying, ring culture and commenting about that, the negative impact that it's having. LeBron doesn't know what he wants to do. His best bet is just play. They just got DeAndre Ayton, so they got better from the center position. Who knows what could happen, but if he doesn't win a championship, I don't think it's going to affect LeBron James mentally because he already checked out.
And I think these finals and watching Oklahoma City struggle with Indiana and watching what these finals looked like only
surge
emboldened LeBron to feel like I can get back there. And so if you have chip on his shoulder Luka wants one last dance at some point deep in the postseason LeBron, and some slight roster tweaking, that to me makes the Lakers a contender.
You think Austin Reeves is there next year?
Now, I do think the Lakers should be a solid team. They should be a top 4, top 5 team. So I'm not saying that it's impossible for them to win, but just LeBron James, his mentality right now, I'm just saying that he's checked out winning a championship. But of course, if they're in a position in the playoffs to, make a run at it, I'm not saying that he's just going to fall back and be like, okay, whatever. He's going to step up to the challenge, but will it be good enough in the Western Conference with the OKC Thunder? Looks like they got their team running it back, going to pay those young players. You got the Houston Rockets with KD, Şengün, Van Vliet, Amen Thompson. Like, they got a good core over there in Houston. Can't sleep on the Minnesota Timberwolves. Good team as well. The Dallas Mavericks, if they find a way to get healthy with Kyrie Irving sometime throughout next season, they're going to be another team that you got to keep your eye out on. So that's why I said the Lakers, top 5, top 6, they should be able to make the playoffs without playing in the play-in.
Probably not.
Right.
Maybe at the beginning, probably not through the year. I just think Austin Reeves, he's your most valuable tradable asset.
Yeah, he is.
And because of Luka, he's a little redundant. When you have Anthony Davis there, Austin Reeves is critical because without Austin Reeves, your only creator's the oldest guy in the league in LeBron. But
That's
with
true.
Luka there, he becomes, and I really like Austin. You know what I mean? I was the first person to tell you Austin Reeves is better than Bradley Beal. Everybody called me crazy. But I just think sometimes he is right now a luxury and the Lakers have some necessities.
Yeah, if you're the Lakers, that's your biggest trade piece. So I agree with Nick Wright. I'm not saying that Nick Wright is completely wrong. I just be joking around with him, clowning him, trolling him about being a Clutch Sports plant. But he did make an interesting point that as of right now, Austin is better than Bradley Beal. And if you're the Lakers, you got to make sure you get the right asset for Austin Reeves. He's looking to bet on himself. He wants that huge contract. I don't think he's going to get it from the Lakers, especially if he had to pay Luka. LeBron opted into the $52 million. So Austin will bet on himself. I think he's going to have another solid season. Will he get more than 20 points per game with Luka hogging the ball with LeBron, want to get his shots up? He may only get about a solid 15 decent shots per game. Unless he's efficient, he's probably going to get anywhere between 19 and 20 points, maybe 21, depending on the health of the team. But Austin Reeves, you got to make sure if you're the Lakers, if you're going to trade him by the trade deadline, get a great asset, get some draft picks. You got to get something for Austin Reeves if you want to build out this team around Luka Doncic by next season.
So I would put, if I were stacking it, I should have started. I think the Nuggets, I should have said, included them. I think they are a real player based off the strength of Jokic alone.
Forgot about them.
I think they will, manicure around the edges. And maybe they were over Michael Malone. And maybe what we saw them do in the playoffs under Adelman is something sustainable. And then we see Michael Porter Jr. come back healthy and Aaron Gordon come back healthy. So I'd have them 4, Lakers 3. The Rockets, to me, they can win the championship. And I say this with no disrespect to Oklahoma City. A Durant LeBron conference finals, which we've never gotten, by the way. We got it. And a Durant LeBron playoff series that felt like a fair fight, which we've only gotten once ever. In the 2012 NBA Finals.
Yeah, I don't think LeBron wants to see KD in any playoff series. We've seen what happened in Golden State. They'll try to make it seem like, okay, the Golden State Warriors were stacked, which they were, but at the same time, stop making excuses for LeBron. LeBron wants no smoke with KD in the playoffs. If the Houston faces the LA Lakers in the first, second, third round, whatever round, I think the Houston Rockets, they'll win it just because of the addition of KD. Now, if KD wasn't there and the Lakers were playing the team that the Houston Rockets had last season, then maybe you get the Lakers the edge. So if you're LeBron, pray that you don't have to see KD in the playoffs, well, at least until the third round of Western Conference Finals. You don't want to see him in the first or second round because if they do, it's going to be a terrible season for LeBron James.
Which I know, listen, Bron won in 5, but that was a great series until Game 5. Like those first 4 games all were in the balance in the fourth quarter. And you can say that wasn't a fair fight because the Heat were veterans and the Thunder were young. A fun fact that no one believes, but it is true. The Heat over the Mavs when they lost in 2011, the Heat were the same size favorite over the Mavs in 2011, minus 175, as the Thunder were over the Heat when the Heat won their first title with LeBron and Wade in 2012. The Thunder were minus 175 favorites going into those finals because the Heat, remember, they had lost the year before and they had damn near lost to Boston. And
yeah, as a Heat fan, that Mavericks series was terrible. LeBron James folded under pressure. J.J. Barea was bodying him up. He couldn't get past him. Jason Terry, that whole front line stopped LeBron James, and he folded. This was the first time we seen LeBron James really give up like that in the NBA Finals. So as a Heat fan, I was disappointed. I was rooting for LeBron at the time just because he was in a Miami Heat uniform, but it was sad to watch. And now, at the end of the day, don't make any excuses for LeBron James if he lost to the Warriors when he was on the Cavs. No excuses. You got to win if you're in those situations. So we'll see what happens with LeBron James and the Lakers this season. If they can win a championship, who knows? But their best bet, try to get as much acquisitions as possible. They got the center position situated with DeAndre Ayton. You still got Austin Reeves as a trade asset. So moves can be made. but I don't think the Lakers are going to win a championship. Their best bet was to win it this season. Now that the OKC Thunder, they know what it's like to win a championship, it's going to be tough for any team to beat them. The Denver Nuggets, they're making moves, trading Michael Porter Jr. So now teams are starting to get better, like the Houston Rockets. It's going to be interesting to see the moves that the Lakers make this offseason.